Well, hello and welcome back to the garden. I'm sorry that it has been a minute, guys. So today I want to do a little update video on one of my privacy screening projects, this wax myrtle that's over here. Before I show you what it's looking like right now, let's go ahead and have a look at what it looked like a few months ago whenever we first saw this wax myrtle. So this is what it was looking like. I had just done some work on it, and this is what it is looking like now. So as you can see, we have grown quite a bit in size, and there's a lot of material around from different plants kind of in the way. I may have to cut back some of it to actually show you anything here. I've just got a few salvias and things, and yeah, definitely gonna have to let go of some of this. Salvias are so frustratingly brittle. Okay, so you may not actually be able to see all that much from your angle because of all the nice bushiness going on down here in the bottom. All right, let me verify how much you actually can see. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of maintenance to start off here. And I think what I'm going to do is really open up the bottom so that you guys can see what's going on a little bit better. Because ultimately, I'm not really trying to screen out the bottom down here so much. Oh no. I'll show you all this problem in a moment that I just discovered. What I'm trying to do is really push a lot of growth up top above the fence line eventually. So what I want is a couple of main trunks down here. And then I want that to grow up into a canopy that shades out, or privacy screens out above the fence over there, and also provides some shade above where I am right now. So that should open this up a lot so that you guys can see what's going on here. I'm contemplating whether I might want to take off everything that's right here. I'm definitely going to thin out some of this area, but let me go ahead and move y'all into where y'all can see. I guess we'll do this as a one take to where y'all can see what's going on down here. So what I noticed a moment ago is that I've got a strangulation issue. All right, let's see. Okay, so I put a couple of anchor points down here. Oh no, I hope that wasn't all out of focus. I forgot I had an auto lock on the, a lock on the exposure and stuff. Okay, so I have an anchor down here that I put on with you guys in the last video, and apparently it got kind of hung up on a little branch that was growing here, and it tried to swallow it. So I'm gonna have to fix that right now. Don't want that to get worse. It shouldn't be too difficult, but that's so much fun. Okay, let's see. I don't know if it's gonna, yeah, it'll pull out of there, but it's going to be a little bit damaging. Let me see if I can make sure y'all can see this. Okay, so yeah, so you see here, it looks like this branch that was growing, I actually cut it recently along with a few other suckers that were coming up. It looks like it pushed up against the rope. Here I am, still learning lessons. I have been humbled many times in the garden, so I'm not at all saying that I'm done learning lessons. Okay, I'm just going to have to pull the band-aid off. Okay, so yeah, that'll end up healing on its own. Okay, these are pretty tough plants, but very interesting to see what it did there. And again, it depends on how fast the plants grow, you know, how bad of an issue this could end up being. But this wax myrtle grew very, very quickly. I mean, hopefully you guys can see in the old video footage versus now just how thick this trunk actually got between then and now in just a couple of months. But yeah, This is becoming a very fun project. Just sometimes things grow so fast that they're hard to keep up with. I'm glad I kind of decided to get out here today and have a look at it because I wouldn't have wanted that little anchor to get anywhere. So I do have another anchor here, and it looks like this one is doing well still. So let me try and get y'all up here to look at that one. So this one's attached to the fence, and this one you see is still fine. It's not strangling anything. So while you guys are in a little bit of view here, show you what I'm going to do here. I'm just looking at which of these branches is kind of too close together here, and I'm just going to thin a few of them out, especially ones like this one that were kind of growing up into my pathway here. I do not want to make it harder to walk through here, so if I move this way a little bit, you should also be able to see. Let me actually move you completely this way. You can see as we look down my pathway here that a few of the branches kind of jut way out here, and they tend to be really strong growing branches because they get a lot more light. I'm gonna take a few of those off. Anything that's growing directly into the fence as well. And hopefully by the time I do all this, I haven't removed too much. Because yeah, as I said, my goal really is to push this canopy up above the fence line here. And I'm being a little bit quiet and whispering because I have new neighbors who moved over here onto this side of the fence. Whereas before I did not have anyone really living there. It was just, it's a workshop and like a storage area and an RV, but now they have someone living here. So I have a little bit less privacy here than I usually do. Okay, so what I want to try to show y'all is the top of the plant a little bit. Ooh, I've got all kinds of plant material to deal with here. That's a common theme today, or this week. We've had some substantial rains here in the past couple of weeks in the Houston area. And so it's been quite fun. There's actually been a lot of localized flooding here in the garden, but I do have some of the footage of that. I just wasn't quite ready to go and show it. So let's see, where's a good angle to show this from? And y'all feel free to tell me if the one-take videos like this where I'm adjusting things are annoying at all, and I will try to consider doing something different. So this is where we're at here. You can see the top of the fence. It's getting right up on the top of the fence, isn't it? And I'm really trying to take off as little as possible material here. I'm going to adjust this because there's no tension on this at all. Let's see. Okay. Oh, right this way. Just put a little bit of tension on that. Pull this back towards the fence. That's looking beautiful. The trunk down here. I do have a branch that's a little bit wild. I probably should have pruned that before it got as thick as it is. I don't want to take it off now. I may consider trying to redirect it, but I have to think about that another time. I don't think I'm ready to do that right now. What I might do is a few little tiny prunes. I don't like doing these kind of prunings, these kind of cuts. There's the word I'm looking for. Like where I cut off somewhere in the middle of a branch. I like to take it all the way down back to the trunk or a main branch. But sometimes I look at these wax myrtles and I'm like, okay, I can do this. If you were to hedge these, that's kind of what you would be doing, is just cutting across, and they do bush out, but I think I just don't personally really like the look of them whenever that's done to them. There's another thing that happens whenever you're training the branches sideways, and that is that the apical dominance thing kicks in, and I'm gonna have to adjust the tripod again. Sorry, guys. Get a good view of the rest of the garden, I guess, while I do this. So whenever you take a branch and bend it sideways, what they will typically do is try to compensate for that by thickening up other branches. So you should be able to see, this was the main trunk, and in the last video I had pulled it this way with the rope on the fence, and then I'd also pulled this part this way so that I could get this nice curve here. But what usually happens to the portion that you bend this way, and I'm pretty sure y'all can see it, but I'll move this a little, is that this will start to get weaker, and somewhere along the part that you bent sideways, wherever there's a couple of good straight up and down branches, those will start to take over as the trunk and try to strengthen and grow. They get all the good growth hormones. So this stuff doesn't necessarily die off as long as there's sun hitting it, but you see these two branches here really took off and started to try to straighten out the trunk. That's just what the plants naturally will do on their own. So right now things are still looking pretty good. I am a little bit concerned here. Let me get down here and show y'all. I'm gonna have to, let me just probably pop the gimbal off. So if you look down here, this is a scenario that I see a lot. Okay, let me see here. So you see this little line here? This is a weak point where, will you focus or will you not? Okay, this is a weak point where a lot of wax myrtles tend to snap in half. I actually have a little bit of footage of some wild ones where I was going out and looking at them recently. Let me walk over here. Okay, so here is a little bit of footage of one that I saw at a local park. And this one, obviously it was a lot larger at the point where it snapped, but anywhere where you have those junctions and the branches just are not fused together very well is a real dangerous point for them to snap apart. And I don't know for sure if I can avoid this in my plants. So now that I've got this all trimmed up, it's actually much more visible as I'm looking over here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's a great view. So you can see the trunk much better here. I might come back in here and plant some things, but the time for planting has mostly passed here, mostly just because I'm bored with it. I can totally plant things still and get them to live and be fine, but I've lost interest in planting things. I've got so much weeding and pruning maintenance to do that I am not interested in planting things. But there's still always more to prune on these. I really hate, like I said, doing too much. I try to look at what's absolutely essential, and I'm learning even as I look at this one. Like I said, this one branch that's going back here towards the fence, I really need to have a good hard look at that and possibly prune that off. I should have done it before. I did mention as I was showing y'all down here closer that, the branches that were pointing out a little bit this way or that way, I pruned those off, but I missed that one back here, and well, now we have the point where it's grown up into this big trunk. Okay, so I think that's probably going to conclude this video. I've been having a hard time getting myself out here to record, but if you want any updates on any other particular things I've done videos on in the past, please let me know. I think I'm coming up on a year soon of posting on YouTube. I'm trying to keep the momentum going. 2 weeks is my limit for how long I will go without posting a video before I'm like, okay, I've got to do something. I'm also trying to get to reignite my ceramics artwork stuff. So that's going on in the garage over here. I don't know if I'm going to show it on YouTube. I'm showing it a little bit on Instagram. So, go follow me there if you want. It's Instagram.com/Brandon SSK. And yeah, I think with that, that's probably about it for this one. So yeah, happy wax myrtle. Please don't break in half. It's probably gonna break in half. I just know it. All right, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.